thank you to Sanjay Jones for their support on Patreon.
April 30th, Sunday. This is the ever-important day 12, which I believe will be the day of the tournament. Key. Aniki. I nearly jump out of my seat as a voice echoes loudly right next to my ear. Whoa, what? Finally noticed Aki's standing right in front of me, arms crossed and pouting. You were spacing out again. I've been trying to get your attention for a full minute now. Sorry, I guess I'm a little out of it. Aki sighs, rubbing the back of his neck. A little? I had to scream on your ear for you to finally notice I'm here. You have good hearing to begin with. Yeah, about that. Next time, ease up on the screaming. Well, yeah, my ears are still ringing. I swear I can only hear buzzing coming from my left ear. That's your fault for spacing out right in the middle of the living room. He looks up at the clock at the wall, pursing his lips. Why are you up so early? Anyway, your match is only at 9. Right now it's just 6:30. I couldn't sleep. Yeah, I can tell. Your eyes are really red. Wait, seriously? I walk up to the television, staring at my reflection on the dark screen. Oh, wow. Even in this super dark screen, I can tell my eyes are very red. You should at least try to take a nap. I have less than 3 hours before my match. I don't think that'd be a good idea. Better than going to a match suffering from sleep deprivation. But then I'd risk being late. I'll wake you up if it comes to it. It's not like I have anything else to do today. Anyway. There it is. Aki is now sulking again. Holding his arms tightly against his body and looking down at his feet. Unfortunately, while I got all the way to the semifinals without much problem, Aki lost yesterday at the quarterfinals. Aww. Well, at least now I get to watch you play live. Every dark cloud has a silver eye lighting, after all. I can tell he's only saying that to try to sound positive, but it's easy to see that he's still dejected by it. He's even more competitive than I am, if that's at all possible. I walk up to my little brother, hugging him close to my chest. I'm sorry you didn't make it today too, Aki. But don't let it get to you, okay? I promise you're still going to improve a lot. Aki stays silent, merely shifting a bit in my arms, his head pressed up against my chest. I softly stroke his back and rub behind his ears, trying to fulfill my part as the gentle big brother that takes care of his little sibling. It's something I've done for all my life, frankly. And frankly, I enjoy doting on Aki. I used to do this a lot back when we were kids. Whenever he'd get sad about our dad being gone, I'd hug him and sing to try to get him to sleep. But of course, the last time I did this was, 6 years ago. Time really flies. After nearly a minute has passed, Aki shifts again. His voice echoes from below my head, tiny and muffled. Aniki. Yeah? I speak in a low voice, trying to sound gentle and encouraging. I can't breathe. Oh, there's quick time events. Fuck. Never mind, the episode's over, and I'm kidding. Whoa. I immediately pull away from him, lifting my arms up in the air. Aki coughs a few times, leaning against the wall for support. Sorry, I guess I squeezed too hard. Squeezing wasn't the problem. You pushed my head against your chest, you blocked my nose and mouth. Sorry. It's fine. Aki sighs, straightening himself up again. Thank you for trying to cheer me up. I don't know if you remember, but I used to do that a lot when you were little. Aki smiles. I remember. He was a wistful, content look on his face. His tail is even wagging a little. Guess you have a better memory than I give you credit for. Not really, it's just bits and pieces. I have a terrible memory, actually. Most of it's fuzzy. Either way, that really doesn't matter right now. Just get your room and try to take a nap. I'll make sure to wake you up in time for you to get ready. Alright, I'll try. And thanks, Aki. Aki smiles cheerfully, a big smile full of teeth. Of course, that's what little brothers are for. The sound of the doorbell echoes through the living room, snapping me out of a daze. I'll get it. Aki shouts from the kitchen and runs towards the entry hallway. I've already finished preparing to leave a little while ago, but I guess I've been sitting around in a daze since then. I tried psyching myself up to mixed results. Guess I just started spacing out again after that. How long has it been anyway? Sound of chatter echoes from the entrance hall, but I don't really pay much attention. I chatter. Holy shit. I turn around only to be greeted by the sight of my friends walking through the front door. I told you you'd still be here. I'm perplexed. Shouldn't it be common sense to arrive early when you have a match? Common sense? You do know it's Rutherford we're talking about here, right?
Good morning, Rutherford-san.
At least someone bothered to actually greet me. I wave at them, trying my best to hide my surprise at suddenly seeing them all in my house. Yeah, good morning. Don't mind me asking, but what are you guys doing here? I thought we agreed to meet at the venue. Oh yeah, we did agree to meet up there. In fact, we set things up so we'd meet half an hour ago. What? No way. Our matches start in 20 minutes. If you don't want to get disqualified, I really suggest we hurry.
Shuichi-san was starting to get worried since you weren't showing up, so I suggested we come over here to pick you up.
Well, aren't you guys nice? Wait, where's Saya, by the way? She didn't come with? Oh, she did. His voice was almost somber. Did something bad happen? Not bad, per se. She was just flying off the rails because you hadn't arrived yet and kept saying that it was typical of you to be late, yada yada. I definitely suggested she try to barter some extra time for you with the officials while we were trying to come over here to pick you up. That way I could avoid her putting your head through a wall. Yikes. Well, that's more or less the situation. Now, I would love not to be late to my own match, so I'd really like to ask for you to come with us already. Yeah, sorry about that. I thought for sure I'd be leaving the house 10 minutes ago. Jeez, I really need to get together, don't I? We might have to run a bit if we want to make it on time.
Run? Do we really have to?
You don't. Rutherford-san and I, on the other hand, really do.
It's alright if you guys want to run ahead. I can accompany Kobayashi-san if he's not up to it. No, I'll be fine. I didn't know there'd be any running involved.
Look on the bright side. At least you're getting some exercise. We managed to get to the venue about 5 minutes before the start of the matches. I think it got quite a beat of a warm from this. What? We made it. Well, thank God. If I had gotten a match lost because we were late, I swear I would kill Rutherford-san. Now, there's no need for violence. Yeah, we got here on time. Chill. How can you be so relaxed after nearly getting us disqualified? Luckily for me, here comes someone that can knock some sense into your head. What are you talking about?
You stupid ass!
Suddenly someone grabs my shoulder, spinning me around violently and hollering so loudly in my ears that I fear I might go deaf.
The hell you think you're doing? Are you trying to make me sick with worry? Are you?
Saya-chan, God, settle down. She's shaking me so hard that I'm already seeing stars. My whole vision goes blurry and I can barely make out the shapes right in front of my face. I wait till my brain is bouncing around inside my skull if it were a pinball machine. Getting dizzy. I feel like I might throw up. Alright, I think that's enough, Saya-chan. Saya completely ignores him and continues shaking me like an empty ketchup bottle.
Are you trying to get a rise out of me? Is that what you're doing?
No, it's not jacket time, Saya-chan. I'm feeling really sick. Alright, Saya-chan, I'm serious. This has gone far enough. If you keep shaking him like that, he's gonna puke all over you. As if he was snapping out of, I don't know, a primal rage. Either way, as if she were snapping out of it, Saya blinks, looking between the two of them. Oh, didn't see you guys there. Seriously, we've been standing here the whole time. I guess he'd never witnessed Saya throwing up a storm before, huh? I need to lie down. Sorry, no time for that. Your match starts at 9 and now it's 8:58. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way I can play like this. My head is still spinning around. I can barely even stand up. Well, maybe this will jog you awake. Ah, very funny. Well, at least your sense of humor is still intact.
Oh, I just noticed. Where's Kobayashi-kun? Wasn't he with you guys?
He got left behind while he ran over here. Kiyoshi-kun and stayed with him.
That's really nice of him.
Yeah, well, you know my brother always aiming to please. Maybe someone should take that as an example. I'm gonna choose to ignore that. Suit yourself. Well, I'm gonna hurry over to my court. I still need to change clothes. I'll talk to you guys later.
Same here. Good luck, Rutherford K-kun.
Don't worry, the three of us will do just fine. K-kun, I'll see you in the finals. We fist bump each other. I wish I were as confident as you are, but I'll try. I'm not going down without a fight, that's for sure. You guys will be fine. You three are the uncontested best of the prefecture. How long has it been since someone has come even close to beating any of you? Well, I'm not Rutherford, son. My matches are a lot closer than his. Guys, you got 2 minutes. Walk and talk. Walk and talk. Shuichi shrugs. You'll be fine. Just do your best. As if I wasn't planning on doing that already. The two of them stare at each other for a few seconds, smiling. I turned to head off, but after taking one single step... Wait! Jun and Aki run up to us in a hurry. Jun is panting heavily, and as soon as he stops, his whole body curves forward, leaning on his own knees. Aki, on the other hand, has yet to even break a sweat. Seeing a 12-year-old in better shape than one of my classmates makes me a little sad. Wait, you can't go off without me. Our matches are about to start, you know. I know, it's just... He takes a deep breath and... Good luck, Rutherford, son! I instantly jump back, covering my ears against the salt of his loud, booming voice. God, Jun, settle down! Oh, sorry, guess I got over enthusiastic. I'll say. It's a bunch of people staring at us. I suddenly feel very awkward standing here. Oh, Rutherford-san is the one... so Rutherford-san is the only one that gets a good luck from you, huh? What? Huh, you didn't even think of me either. No, that's not what I... Don't worry about it, we're just teasing you. Eikun puts a hand on Jun's shoulder, giving a few gentle pats on the back. Alright, we're already running late, gotta have to hurry. Same here. I'm gonna be watching over your course to cheer on all of you, and yes, even you, Ushihara. Keisuke smiles, nodding at him. It's not like I'd expect you to be there, but sure, suit yourself. I run over to my assigned courts as fast as I can. I'm already 2 minutes late by the time I arrive, but luckily I get there just before the officials declare it a match loss. Guess you managed to get here on time. Jeez, the officials usually ask the other player if he's okay with waiting for his opponent to arrive. If he's not, then he gets an automatic win. I get that winning is important and everything, but this guy was ready to give me a match loss over a couple minutes of delay? Just give me a second to get ready. At least I managed to change my shirt on the way over. Now I need to check the strings on my racket and... Okay, all set. I get in place as fast as I can, trying not to delay anything any further. At least running over here always already counts as warming up. Alright, it's time for me to do this. Take a deep breath and ready myself. I see an opportunity to return a straight shot onto the open court and strike the ball with as much power as I can muster. Hits the court and slides away, my opponent doesn't even come close to reaching it. The bull just stands there, panting and looking at the ball in a daze. Game, set, and match won by Hayes. Count 6-2, 6-0. Now, this match went pretty fast. Must be some kind of record. Didn't even take me an hour. Walk up to the net and shake hands with my opponent, who simply looks at me with a sour expression and grumbles something incoherent. Nice game! Grumbles. No, can't have been there, buddy. I put my things back in my bag and hurry off to the court. I'm welcomed by the smiles of my little brother in June. Nice game, Iggy. You were awesome as always. Yeah, that last ball especially. It went zoom past and went past out of shit. It just went zoom and went out of his reach. It was pretty fun to watch. Yeah. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourselves. Has Shuichi been around recently? Yeah, he said Sai-san was doing well in her match, but... Yeah? Apparently Urashihara-san is losing. What? Without even thinking, I dash over to his court as fast as I can. Well, Niggy, wait up! I hear the voices fading away as I continue to leave him behind. I hear the sounds of the ball before I even reach their court. Oh shit. I can see Shuichi standing way too close to the fence, clenching his fist around the metal link so hard that his entire arm is shaking. I'm surprised the thing isn't getting crushed. Shuichi! His look softens somewhat as he turns to face me, but I can see his irritation clearly plastered in his face. Rutherford, your match is finished already? I take a second to catch my breath. Running all over the other side of the club after a match still leaves me a little winded. Yeah, I won, of course, but June told me things aren't going well at this end, so I rushed over here. Did you at least inform the desk clerks of the result? No, but I can do that after this match ends. He nods, turning his head back to the game. When I look at the two guys playing, the difference is immediately obvious. Keisuke is running ragged, desperately trying to keep up with the other player's assault. It's like a cannon firing repeatedly against a wall. The cracks quickly began to show. By the time I got here, it had already been evolved from cracks to full-blown demolition. What's the score? Right now, it's 5-2 on the second set. The other guy won the first game 6-3. Meaning that Keisuke has been getting overwhelmed from the get-go? But how? I knew he was good. My gut feeling told me that this guy was good ever since we met him on the streets that day. I've been watching multiple videos of him, but I could never imagine that he was this good. It takes some serious skill to take Keisuke down, let alone this easily. None of the strategies have worked, and at most, he could force a rally to go on a little longer, but the other guy would either run him out of the point, or just break through with brute strength. The sound of the fence's links shaking echoes. I look down to see Shuichi's gripping even tighter. God damn it, Urashihara, don't you dare lose like this, have some pride! God, Shuichi looks really scary right now. He probably doesn't even notice that he's talking out loud. Seeing Kei-kun losing affected him by this much, I never expected that. Come on, you can do this, you bastard, you can't lose here, you're better than this! I can't tell whether he's rooting for him or not. Aki and June catch up to us, and the tiger looking like he's about to drop from the floor from exhaustion. Sorry it took so long, I couldn't leave Kobayashi-san behind. Thanks, Aki. How bad is... One particular shot echoes much louder than the rest. Keisuke's opponent, Yuuya-kun, just smashed a ball that Keisuke couldn't control and ended up returning too high. The shot hits the ground with force, leaving Kei-kun completely incapable of reacting. 4-15. Match point. No! The mood grows more and more somber as we watch both players return to their positions to resume play. Match point. If Kei-kun allows his opponent to score again, he loses. Urashihara-san can't lose like this, right? Damn, come on, Urashihara, get a grip. The Akita throws his ball high into the sky and serves. It's a fast, wide slice that aims to jump away from the court. Come on, Kei-kun, you can get it. He barely managed to reach the ball in time, tapping it over to the other side and keeping it as close to the line as he can, returning the ball to his opponent's backhand. The Akita returns the ball, and he's going around it? Yuuya-kun runs around the ball, putting himself in a position to return the ball with his forehand. He hits a fast, flat shot to the other side of the court, and... Even with his speed, Keisuke's nowhere near the ball by the time it bounces. No way. Gah. The crowd goes quiet for a second, absorbing everything that just happened. Then Power opens his mouth to make the call. Game, set, and match won by Coco Nose. Count 6-3-6-2. Crowd erupts in cheers, clapping and screaming words of praise for the victor. Meanwhile, the four of us just stand in place, frozen in shock. Keisuke just lost? In his first year as a high school student, he already established himself as the second best player in our prefecture. A guy like that just lost to some no-name first-year player? Damn it! Shuichi kicks the fence in frustration. Whoa, calm down there, big guy. He grumbles something incoherent and continues to glare at nowhere. Come on, guys. We have to at least try to stay positive when he comes out, okay? You know, Urashihara, no matter what we do or say, he's gonna be down. I nod, trying to think of something that I could do to cheer him up. Here he comes. I walk over to the court's exit. Yuuya-kun has already left a while ago, not even bothering to linger around. Good thing he doesn't notice us. I don't know if I'd be in a good enough mood to have a conversation with him if he tried to talk to me again. Keisuke slowly walks over to the exit, looking down at the floor with a complicated expression the whole time. At first he only sees our feet, but when he looks up and notices our faces, he finally reacts. His eyes look distant and tired. Even though I'm looking for a clue as to how he feels, any kind of clue, he merely looks away with a painfully neutral expression. I guess it was too much hope that you guys wouldn't have watched that, huh? Keisuke-san. This is the first time June's called him by his first name. Keisuke doesn't fail to notice that, his eyes immediately snapping towards the tiger. Hey, don't give me that face, okay? But I'm really sorry that... June chokes up a bit. He's not good at consoling people, and frankly, it shows. Gee, seriously, cheer up a bit, okay? It was just a tennis match. There will be dozens of other matches in my career, and it's not like I can win every single one. Kei-kun smiles widely to show that he's not upset. Oh, is that so? It's obvious. It's painfully obvious to anyone. Keisuke's smile is strained, forced. He's not wrong. This is just a tennis match. There will be many others to come. If he were to feel down after each and every loss, then he'd be burning himself too much. But none of that matters. Feelings aren't logical. No one likes to lose. The frustration you feel after defeat, it's the same no matter who you are. If you're a rank amateur or a professional, I'm sure that the frustration someone feels after losing is always the same. As long as you truly love something, there's no way you wouldn't be frustrated by defeat. Not bothering to say a word, Keisuke walks past us. I want to say something to him. I should say something to him. But I don't have the right. Who am I to encourage him after a tough loss when I've been sulking about mine for years now? The score. The score doesn't always tell you how the match went. Even if the score seems lopsided, the match could still have been a close one. But this isn't the case. Just seeing how that last point went, I could already tell. Keisuke was toyed with the whole match. He never had a chance. He was just forced to keep playing and watching as his chances of victory were taken away from him. In tennis, there's no such thing as a certain victory. Anyone could have a chance. At least that's the way my father used to tell me. At least that's what my father used to tell me. But how can I say something like that to him after seeing how this match went? Urashihara! Shuichi calls out to him, and the hair stops dead in his tracks. He doesn't turn around, keeping his back to us the whole time. What is it? His voice comes out shakier than before. Are you going to be alright? Keisuke's body shifts. He puts an arm on his waist and begins slowly shaking his head. Oh God, not you too. What? Don't start with the sappy melodrama and pretend that you're worried about me. It's creepy. What? Completely taken aback by his response, Shuichi freezes on the spot, unable to say or do anything. If you guys will excuse me, I need some time alone to think. Keisuke walks up to a nearby bench and plops himself down, grabbing a towel from his back and putting it over his head. He leans forward on his seat, the towel covering his head in a way that I can't see his face. I can't see what it looks like. Keisuke-san, are you sure you don't want us to keep you company? Yeah, I'll be fine. Just leave me alone. Go watch Mizuguchi-san's match or something. I don't care. Just get out of my hair. Oh, right. Keisuke's words are sharp. Sharp enough to make June instantly give up on offering him support. Truthfully, I can't come up with anything to say either. What is there even to say? Niki. Like he grabs the sleeve of my shirt, tugging on it to grab my attention. Shouldn't you say something? He whispers to me, his eyes full of worry. I shake my head in negative. I don't have any right to try to cheer him up right now, and honestly, I don't think I could. There's nothing that I could say to him as his friend or as his rival. From the corner of my eye, I see Shuichi shaking. When I turn to look at him, I can see his clenched fists and gritted teeth. His hands are clenched so tightly that they shake violently, and I fear that he could puncture his palm with his claws. Before I can get any words out, Shuichi begins walking towards the hair with heavy pounding steps. You little bastard! Whoa! He grabs Keisuke by the collar of the shirt and lifts him up, leaving the hair hovering a few centimeters above his seat. Keisuke rushes to stabilize himself, planting his feet firmly on the ground and moving his arms to support himself against the bench. I'm amazed that his shirt isn't ripped from being grabbed and tugged like that. Even if his initial reaction was that of shock, Keisuke is quick to compose himself. What the hell are you doing? What's wrong with you? Me? What's wrong with you? You got your pride hurt because you got beaten like a chump and now you're going to lash out at us? And I'm being creepy. How dare you, you little ungrateful prick! Finally regaining my senses, I rush over to the two and try to defuse the situation. Shuichi, that's enough! Let him go! As soon as I place my hands on his shoulder, Shuichi moves his arm to push me aside. I can tell that he's holding himself back, otherwise I'd probably have planted my ass firmly on the ground. This doesn't concern you, Rutherford! Fuck off! Damn! His eyes don't even move a little bit towards my direction. They continue to stare at Keisuke's eyes, unmoving. What little I can see of Keisuke's face, since most of it is blocked by the Shuichi's towering figure, shows me a snide look. Oh please, you? Worried about me? Don't make me laugh.
I don't need that kind of thing from you. Our relationship isn't like that. And yeah, I don't care about your sympathy. I don't want it. You can go shove it somewhere else. Stop being such a bitch. We're just trying to help you cheer up. There was no need for you to talk to us like that, especially Jun-kun. I don't care. I don't need your help. Shuichi pauses for a second, tightening his grip around Kei-kun. For a split second there, I'm sure he's gonna punch him. Instead, he lets him go and takes a step back. Fine. You don't want sympathy? Then that's fine. Here's what I really think of your prissy little attitude. You're trying to pretend you're fine, that you don't need our help, and you don't want us around. Don't make me laugh. It's so obvious that you're hurting. It's so obvious that it's actually kind of disgusting.
Shuichi-san, he puts a hand in front of Jun, trying to silently tell him to just watch. He doesn't instruct it and quiets down. I don't think interrupting these two is a good idea right now. Plus, I kind of have a feeling about what Shuichi is trying to do. I think I'll just trust him on this.
Huh? Who are you calling disgusting?
You, of course! What are you planning on doing now? Mope around like a loser? No one needs to sad sack. Get yourself together already. This is pathetic.
What, anyone would be down after a loss. What are you talking about?
Not you! What's with these dead eyes of yours that look like you've already given up? I've never seen such a pathetic look on your face before. It irritates me. You've never been the type to get down after a loss. You always used it to prop yourself forward. Moping around, lashing out. Don't screw with me. That's not you, and you know it. You don't even know me all that well. Oh, please. We might not be the greatest of friends, but I've been spending almost all of my days with you since we met. And I've seen you lose plenty of times before, and I've never seen you getting down. Annoyed? Sure, but down? Never. So pull yourself together already. This isn't the Urashihara that I've come to respect. They both glare at each other for a few more seconds. My heart feels like it might pop from the tension. If I'm wrong about this, if I'm wrong and this goes badly, I don't want to have to deal with a fist fight between my friends. But then the impossible happens. Kei-kun sits himself back down, sighing out loud. Fine. I see what you're trying to say. I think this is the first time since we've met that you've spoken to me like this. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't blow up at you any sooner. You really are a pain to deal with. Same here. God, you're so insufferable. I could see the corner of Keisuke's mouth curving up in a half smile. Was I right? Come on, we don't need to deal with this right now, and I need to cool off. Shuichi walks up to us, opening his arms and hurting us away from Keisuke. What about Keisuke-san? I don't want to deal with his annoying ass right now. If you're not coming, then I'll leave you here. Shuichi turns around to leave. Oh, I'm coming. I continue to stand in place, my eyes fixated on Keisuke as the other two walk away. Aki tugs on my sleeves again, looking up at me in confusion. Aniki, shouldn't we go with them? I look at Keisuke one last time. Even if it's faint, I can see his shoulders shaking a little bit. These two. They really can't be honest with each other, can they? It should be obvious what Shuichi was actually doing, and Keisuke knows what he was doing, yet they won't admit it. They really are birds of a feather when it comes to this. Yeah, let's leave Kei-kun alone for now and go with the others. Hey, Shuichi, wait up. It takes us a bit of running, but we managed to catch up to Shuichi next to the service desk. Geez, did he have to go all the way to the center of the venue? Jesus, slow down a little. Look at Jun, he can barely catch his breath. Hi, I'm fine. You don't look fine. I'm fine. Whoa, Akiyoshi-kun, why are there two of you? Actually, is he stumbling on his feet? I stand corrected. He's the picture of health. I guess I did exaggerate a little. I just needed to get away from that idiot. You could really do with some self-control, you know? Did you really have to tear into him in public? No. I guess I just let my anger get the better of me. I hate when people act all defeated and mopey just because, instead of just doing something about it. I snapped, sorry. I don't think that's what it was about. What do you mean? I think you're just coming up with an excuse because you don't want to admit that you were trying to look out for him. What? That's ridiculous. I despise Urashihara. I was just looking for a chance to yell at him for a bit. So you say. But I think you were just pretending to do that when in reality, you're just trying to cheer him up with some tough love. But that's...
This is gonna be good.
Aki pulls June a few steps back with a smile plastered on his face. I decided to pay them no mind. Yeah-huh. At no moment did you insult him. All you did was tell him that he wasn't acting like himself and tried to encourage him. I would never... You two really can't be honest about how much you care for each other, huh? Shut up! Shokun, you're such a tsundere. I try to imitate a cutesy, boyish voice. Comes off all weird and raspy. Okay. But it does its job. Shoichi turns an even darker shade of red. Shut up! I see him looking so flustered. Seeing him looking so flustered is absolutely hilarious. He's so adorable when he's trying to hide his embarrassment.
I think I already know the answer to this question, but have these two always been like this? Oh yeah, for as long as I can remember, they're always acted like an old married couple. And although the roles have kind of reversed when I was little. Really? What do you mean? Well,
Aki, shut up! We both speak in unison, cutting him off before Aki can get any further in his story.
ah! Fine.
While June is completely caught off guard by our sudden reaction, Aki is incredibly nonchalant about it, not one bit surprised or upset by it. Jeez, I feel so out of whack all of a sudden. You do? I'm the one who just played a full match. Oh, please, your match didn't even last an hour. Which reminds me, don't you have to relay the results to the officials? Oh yeah, that's true, I'll be right back. It doesn't take me more than 5 minutes to inform on the results and then get the time for the next match. Looks like we're scheduled to play at 2 p.m., a bit later on than previous years when the finals were all at noon. Guess they expect more people to come watch if they schedule it for after lunch. Though that also means that I get to eat something before the match overall, so I'm pretty happy about it. I just need to catch an early lunch, so I won't be digesting my food by the time I get to play. That'd be a nightmare. Huh? Get back to the spot where Shoichi, Aki, and June were standing, and only June is there? Hey, where are the other two?
They went over to Mizuguchi-san's court to watch her match. I told them I'd stay around to tell you about it.
That's kind of heartless that they just abandoned me here.
Don't be so dramatic. They just went to a nearby court. Plus, it's not like we left without telling you where we went. I stayed behind to keep you informed.
Yeah, I'll thank you for that. The other two, though.
I really think you're overthinking it.
Easy for you to say. You barely think. Anything can be considered overthinking for you.
Hey, did you just call me dumb? What?
I called you simple.
Simple? Is that considered an offensive thing to call someone
lying? No.
Okay.
His gullibility hurts. Let's just hurry and get to where the others are.
Sure, where's the court?
You didn't ask them what court the match was being held at?
No, I thought you knew.
I sigh, rubbing the bridge of my nose and counting to 10.
I'll go check at the information center. Give me a sec. Okay.
Hey, there we are. Luckily, Saya's match is taking place in a nearby court, so it doesn't take us very long to get there. Keikun, surprised to see you here. Keisuke waves unexcited at us. He seems so listless. Still feeling bad? Of course, I'm not going to pick myself up in 20 minutes, but I have better things to do than mope. Yeah, that's the spirit. If you say so. Honestly, I was also surprised to see him here. I thought he'd have just crawled into a hole to die after the humiliating defeat he had. Shoichi, could you please not talk about me as if I wasn't here? With how apathetic and silent you're being, you might as well not be here. Could you two stop it for just 1 minute? Sorry. They never learn, do they? Aki, how's the match going? Unlike the other two, Aki had his eyes glued to the game the whole time, watching it like a hawk. It's no surprise, really, that an aspiring player would want to watch a player of Saya's caliber.
Saya-chan's winning quite comfortably, actually. She took the first set 6-3, and she hasn't dropped a single game in the second set.
Take a look at the scoreboard and see that the second set is currently 4-0. Oh, is every single semifinal match being super one-sided today? Seems so. Keisuke's voice is cold and detached. I can instantly tell that I've stepped on his toes. Sorry. It's fine. He sighs, rubbing his nose with his eyes closed and his brows furrowed. He does this for a few seconds before turning his attention back to the game. Mizuguchi-san really is a remarkable player, though. I don't often get the chance to see her playing seriously.
Is she really that different from practice?
Oh, for sure. She's the type that can't really give her all if it's not do or die. Yeah, Saya's always been the type to thrive under pressure. The higher the stakes, the better she does. Whenever she has her back against a wall is when she's more dangerous. That's the worst kind of player to face. You're also like that sometimes, Rutherford-san. I am. It used to be that you were like that all the time, but someone's been slacking off the past few years. I can't really refute that. Saya shoots a fast slice that quickly escapes from her opponent's reach, winning her the point. Game count 5-0. If she keeps up this pace, it won't take her too much longer to have the results for this match. Honestly, if her opponent lasts another 5 minutes, I'll be surprised.
By the way, Nikki, what time is your next match?
2 p.m. We'll have some time. We'll have time to have lunch before that. You'll have to make it early lunch, then to avoid indigestion and other problems in the middle of the match. Don't worry, Mom. I've already thought of that. As long as you're taking care of yourself, dear.
These two are weird sometimes.
Tell me about it.
You seem nothing. It used to be so much worse.
Well, the opinionated audience, please shush and get back to watching the match.
Aye, your majesty.
Aki does an exaggerated bow to mock me, eliciting a chuckle from both Jun and Keisuke. Aki-kun, you're still such a cute kid. Shuichi starts to pull on Aki's cheeks, making him immediately go red and try to push the bigger dog away.
Where did that come from? Stop it!
Shuichi continues to tease him, tormenting my little brother and watching him frolic in place, trying to push his hand away.
I won't say anything more. Please stop.
Aki might not want to admit it, but he actually enjoys being fawned over by Shuichi like this. He's only reacting like this because he's embarrassed that other people are seeing it. A very cute child indeed. Okay, Shuichi, I think that's enough. If you tease him any more than this, his head might explode.
That's the only reason why you're stopping him?
Yep. Too bad Aki-kun, your big bro, is already my partner in crime.
No.
I put my hand on top of his head and pet him gently.
Nikki, not you too.
Shuichi and I both have so much fun toying with Aki that we completely stop paying attention to the match.
Hey, you guys, how much of the match did you Wait, what are you guys doing?
Saya walks up on us as Shuichi is holding Aki's arms up and tickling his stomach. Only then do I realize that our match is already over and that Jun and Keisuke are both distanced themselves from us and that people are watching. Shuichi seems to realize the same thing as he quietly puts Aki down and moves away from him, clearing his throat. I straighten myself up, trying to appear serious again. So, where were we?
Aki-kun?
Yeah. Aki adjusts himself, looking down to try to hide his embarrassed face. Do you need me to call the police on these two perverts? Whoa! Okay, you made it weird. You made it really weird. You made this really weird. What? Nope. Nope. I'm noping over this entire thing. I'm noping over this entire fucking Stockholm Syndrome. Fuck you. Nope. Okay, she's gonna go drop off the fucking thing. Alright, how about we go to eat at a nearby restaurant? Finals are only starting at, are only going to be starting at 2 p.m.
Oh, sure, sounds good. Wait for me at the entrance?
Sure, we'll be there.
Alright, try to think of a place for us to eat while I'm going there.
Before I can walk away with the others, Keisuke grabs my arm and pulls me aside. Hang on, I need to talk to you. Oh, sure, what's up? I'm a bit confused as to why he couldn't say whatever it was he needed to say while everyone else was here. He pauses for a few seconds, pursing his lips, and then he slowly begins to talk. I want to give you some information on your opponent. There's some stuff I think would do you good if you knew. Oh, that? Don't worry, I'll be fine. I've watched videos of his matches so many times already, I know everything I need to know. Shakes his head sideways. You don't, really. I've also studied his videos lots of times, but I never really noticed some stuff. I'll be fine. Look, just take my word for it, okay? What's the harm in hearing me out? I don't know. It kind of feels underhanded to get information from his previous opponent. Keisuke sighs, rubbing a bridge of his nose with a furrowed brow. Well, do as you like, then. If you don't want to hear me, then that's just fine. Just don't complain later when you lost because you were caught by surprise. Do you really think that guy could beat me? Well, it's just... Come on, be honest here. Yes, I do think he could beat you. And not just in the tennis, no match is ever 100% way. I really can't tell who'd win. I think it'd be really close. That's... wasn't expecting that. Honestly, I had a bad feeling watching the recordings, but I thought it was just that... It was just that, a feeling. If I think logically, that guy didn't even look like he was good enough to beat Keisuke. Alright, I guess there's no harm in hearing what you have to say, but can we do this quickly? I don't want to keep the others waiting. Sure, I'll try to be brief. Okay, the first thing you need to keep in mind... In the end, his brief explanation ended up taking over 15 minutes. Shuichi had to come back to look for us, at which point he was just cut off in the middle of a sentence and refused to speak about it with the others around. So much for a briefing. Well, I guess I did manage to get some useful information.